Hello my gorgeous loves out there and welcome. In today's video, I am going to try another new brand. This is from Wicked Widow Beauty. This is the Scissorhand palette too. It looks so beautiful, like the color story, it really drew me in and I was like, you know what, it's time to try this brand because this palette looks so beautiful. So I want to do some swatches, give you the info and do a couple looks with this, see what the formula is like, and then I can give you my thoughts on the palette. But before we get into this video, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bree and I'm just a crazy lover of all things beauty and I like to post a lot of fun, colorful makeup content. I like to do a lot of indie makeup, so if that is what you're into, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. But with that being said, let's get into this video. Alright, my loves, yes, ignore the Christmas decor in the background. It might be up till January, like the end, but that's just how I like to do it, okay? I'm still in the Christmas spirit, and I feel like we're still like in the winter season, so it's like just fine. Maybe I'm just finding excuses for not taking them down, but anyways, I think we should get to this palette, ignore the background. I'm very excited to try this brand because this palette looks stunning. You're about to see. But I don't know too much about Wicked Widow Beauty. I've seen them featured on Instagram. I've seen their other palettes. Like they have a Scissorhand palette 1 that is currently sold out. And I heard good things about it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try palette too because it looks so pretty and the color story was more my style. But this palette right here goes for $52 and I'll show you guys up close the packaging. It's very Christmassy. I'm assuming this was their holiday launch. And then here's the back of it. It has like little snowflakes on it. It's cardboard packaging. And then you're about to see the shades. There's a mirror. And then look at these beautiful, beautiful shades. I have touched some of them because I was kind of curious because the shimmers look so pretty. I couldn't help myself. But this has, I think, 8 multi-chrome / dual chromes. I'm not sure which one is which. And then the rest are mattes. But this color story is everything. There's this like beautiful iridescent one that's shifty. I mean, they all look super gorgeous. So all of the metallics have some kind of shift, either multiple shifts or like just 2 shifts in it. But we're about to see how beautiful these are. I want to create 2 looks so I can really test the formula and try to use as many shadows as possible. But that was basically info on this. I think it's available still. It's on a pre-order. I think you said it would like take 2 to 4 weeks to have it shipped out, but you know what, maybe if it's a good one you might want to invest in it. But anyways, I am going to get a little closer and we are going to jump right into these looks. So let's get into this palette. I need to prime my eyes, so I'm going to go into the Glamlite Icy Eyeshadow Base in Buttercream just so we can get a good canvas. And I'm not going to set my primer. I just never do that. That's just how I like to do my makeup, so I'm just gonna pat that out all over the lid. So I'm going to get a brush, color switch because my brushes are dirty, and I want to start off with this shade called Scars. It looks kind of reddish in the pan, but we shall see what it looks like on the lids. So I'm gonna just go into it with a brush. Definitely has kickback. You can see there's like, you know, powdered up shadow. So we definitely want to make sure we dust off the excess. But hopefully that just means it's blendable and pigmented. So I'm just going to concentrate that on the outer corner. I feel like this shade looks a little bit more like a plum shade. Because when I look in the pan, I thought it was going to be maybe more like a burgundy or maroon. But this is definitely a plummy shade, which is totally fine. I'm only going to keep it on the outer corner. I'm not going to take it in too far, but pigmentation looks really nice so far, but I'm just packing it on right now. That's what I like to do. I like to get the placement and then softly blend the edges with like a lighter shade, but that's where I'm going to keep it at. So now I want to go into this kind of minty, like tealy turquoise shade right here, this matte. It's called Don't Go, and I'm going to get this brush right here. This is a Rougher 13 brush. Small little blendy brush. I'm going to dust off the excess. I'm going to start in the front part. And I'm also going to use this shade to blend out the edge of the Scar shade, since I think they're going to work well together, since this is more of a plum than a burgundy. So I think they're going to mesh just fine. So taking a little bit of it over the edge. Oh yeah, yeah. They're blending nicely into one another. Just gonna work slow, but this one is also quite pigmented. It's such a beautiful shade. I love these kind of tones. And I'm just really packing it on. So now I want to take the same shades on the lower lash line. So I'm going to go back into Scars, the deep plum shade, and I'm going to bring it all the way in, like up to the front here. And I'm going to use the Don't Go shade to blend out the edges. So now I want to get into the shimmers, the part I'm very excited for, because these look so beautiful and like sparkly and stunning. So I do want to start off with Razor Sharp. This one, it looks kind of like almost like a silvery blue. That's how I would describe it. I'm going to use that closest to the like plummy shade. Picks up really nicely. I'm going to wet my brush. And then in the second look, I'll try the shimmers with a glitter primer to see how they do. But wow, that is really, really pretty. I think it goes really well with the tones that we have for mattes on the lid. I'm gonna swatch it. I can't tell what this could shift to, because I think they're all like shifty shades. So I'm just gonna keep it closest to the matte, and then I'm gonna go in with a different shimmer in the front, just to, you know, try to test out as much shades. And then we'll go in with something in the inner corner. And now I want to go into this Imperfect shade, which this one I can definitely see like the shift to like purple and burgundy and like kind of like a minty tone in there. And I think this might be more on the sheer side just based on how it's picking up, but we will just pack it on if we have to. And I'm just going to put that all in the inner portion. Oh, yeah, this is a little bit more sheer, like it could be a topper shade, but I'm sure you can just keep layering it up to get it to be more opaque. But this is so bright, and I'm so happy I used this in the inner corner. Like, look at that. That is a beautiful shifty shade. And I'm just concentrating it there. I'm gonna mesh it a little bit into the other shimmer. So for the final touch, I want to take the shade called The Bogs. It's a iridescent shade that has like a shift. Sexy. It does feel a little drier to the touch, more like a satiny shade, but it's gonna make a perfect inner corner highlight. I already know it. So I'm gonna take this like pencil brush, and I'm going to also spray it just to avoid fallout. So far, I haven't really noticed any fallout really on my cheeks. Maybe a little bit of shimmer specks, but it's not, you know, too bad. But I'm just gonna put that all there. I'm gonna take a little down here just to brighten the front and the bottom, and then mesh it a little bit up. All right, so I was able to use 5 shades out of the 16 that's in here, which is fine with me because this look is so beautiful. Oh, I love it. So I am just gonna go off camera. I'm gonna do my liner, lashes, mascara, something for the lips, and then I will be right back to show you guys the completed look. All right, my loves, I am back. Here's the completed look. What do you guys think of this one? I think it's just wow. Like, that's how I would describe how this look came out. These metallics are so vibrant. Do you see them? I'm hoping the shift is picking up on camera because they're so stunning and intense and sparkly. And then the mattes that I've used so far, even though I've only used 2, but they're nice and pigmented, very easy to blend. They like layered on each other really nicely, and everything just came together so well in this look. But all I did off camera was I went in with the Full Feathered Volumizing Mascara. I also used the Kiss Lash Glue Liner to do the wing and to stick on my lashes. I went in with the Kiss So Wispy Lashes and number 11. I realized these have a number, so maybe there's different ones in the So Wispy line, but that's how much I know about falsies. And then for my waterline, I went in with the LA Girl Shockwave Liner and Fresh. I mean, it just went so perfectly with this eye look. And then for my lips, I decided to go kind of purpley because the purple vibe is on the outer corner. So I have the Kaleidos Cloud Lab Lip Clay in the shade Mercury Wave. One of my favorite like purple tone lippies that I have, and I really like this formula, and it came together like they're going together really well. I love this. I'm so excited to do another look to see what the other shades are like, but that is everything for look number 1. So now let's get into look number 2. All right, it is another day. Time to get into this palette again. I did prime my eyes again with the Glamlite Icing Eyeshadow Base in Buttercream. And now I want to get into some of these blues, some purples, some greens. We're going to mix a bunch of things together. So this time I want to start off with lightest to darkest to see how the mattes work going in that sequence. So I'm going to start off with this shade called Peg. It is kind of a lighter purple, a little lighter than mid-tone, and I'm going to concentrate it on the outer corner, and I'm going to take it in a bit through the crease, but not all the way. I'm going to leave space in the front empty, and I'm just going to see how this works with layering like a darker shade over a lighter shade. But this matte also seems nicely pigmented as well. Now I want to get into the shade called Mansion, the deeper purple, and use that as the main shade on the outer corner. I'm just taking the same brush that I started with when I used the Peg shade, since they're like, you know, the same family, just a like deeper version. And I'm gonna only keep it on the outer corner. I'm not gonna take it too far in to the crease. I just want to add depth on the outer part. And so far it seems like the deeper matte is laying over this lighter matte just fine. Not noticing any issues with like things, you know, patching away or any patchiness. So that is also a very good sign with these mattes. So now I want to take some green on the lower lash line. I'm going to go into the shade called Garden. And I'm going to take this pencil brush and I'm just going to stamp that down here. I'm not going to take it all the way in because I think I'm going to do a shimmer in the front. But this is a beautiful like grass green. So now I'm going to go into some glitter primer because I want to see how these metallics will do over like a really tacky base. So I'm going to take the Glimmer Grass from Unearthly Cosmetics. And I'm going to put that all over the lids just to see how they perform using like a different method. So I can like really test out the shimmer formula. Like, does it do better with just a wet brush or your finger? Or will it also work just fine with a glitter primer? So I'm just going to cover the lid. So glitter primer's laid down. I did also add some glitter primer to the front down here because I'm going to put a shimmer down there as well. So I'm going to take the same brush that I was using to put the glitter primer on, and I'm going to go into the shade called Ice Dance. It's a beautiful purple. It might have a blue shift. It looks like there's even purpley shimmers in it. It looks really pretty. So I'm going to just cover most of the lid. Yeah, I'm assuming this is like a purple, like a blue purple, like dual chrome with like a black base, or maybe it's a multi-chrome, I can't tell. Now I do want to get another flat brush, and I'm going to take snowflakes all in the front, this beautiful pastel like robin egg blue, and I'm just gonna stamp that right in the front. It's gonna add some pop, some contrast. Ooh, that is also very pigmented. And I'm gonna bring it up into the crease a little bit and like kind of touch where the purple is in the crease and kind of fuse it a little bit into the metallic that is on the lid. But that is such a vibrant blue, like pastel-y shade. Wow, that has such an impact and so much pigment. This is beautiful. So I'm just gonna step it on this side as well. So now I want to take a little bit of Isolation. I think this shade right here in the front part of the lower lash line. Add some green metallic there. And I did lay the glitter primer, so I'm not gonna wet the brush. And I'm just gonna stick that right there. Have a little pop of green action. Ooh, that's a beautiful, beautiful green metallic too. I'm sure this one has a shift because they're all shifty shades. Let's see. It has some kind of dark shift to it. Not totally sure. Ugh, this looks really pretty on the eyes. So I think I just need to add one more shimmer. I want to do one kind of in between the light blue and that, you know, very sapphire-y, like purple metallic, just to have a little bit of a better transition. So the flat brush that I was using to put on the first shimmer, I'm going to use and go into Imperfect. I think that would be like a good shimmer to use, kind of almost like a transition, just in between the two. Oh, yeah, that was a good idea. And because this one's a little bit more on the sheer side, it's kind of picking up the blue matte that's behind it, that light blue, and creating like a light blue shimmer. So I think that's, ooh, yeah, that was such a good idea. And there we go for the look. I did go back in all of the mattes and like build the colors back up, like on the outer corner with the deep purple. I brought a little bit of the deep purple down here, took the lighter purple back to the crease and built up that beautiful blue in the front portion as well. And I think this looks so pretty. So I think that's it for the shadows that I'm going to use from the palette. So I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do my liner, mascara, figure out something for my lips, and I will be right back to show you guys the completed look. All right, my babes, I am back, but the look is not complete because I forgot an inner corner highlight. Like, who am I? I can't believe I forgot that. So I'm going to go into the bog shade, do that right now so the look can be finalized. I have like nothing right there in the inner portion. I was like, what? I'm missing like the final little, you know, cherry on top for the look. So I'm just doing that. Oh, this looks so pretty. And now that it's like near the blue, I feel like it's picking up even more blue, since this is kind of like a shifty iridescent shade. And I feel like it kind of vibes off of whatever it's near. So I think that's perfect. It's adding to the blue. So now the look is complete. It is so pretty. I love this color combo. And I love that matte blue in the inner portion. It's so pretty and just made the look amazing. Like, that touch took it to the next level. At least I think so. But all I did off camera to complete the look is I went in with a little bit of the LA Girl Jet Setter liquid eyeliner. I also used the LA Girl Shockwave metallic eyeliner. I think this one is in Dragon. I use this in the waterline. It matches that green down here perfectly. I did tight line with the Tri-State pencil, my, you know, top lash line. And then for mascara, I went in with the Petite and Pretty Full Feathered Volumizing Mascara. I'm still waiting for my order from Walmart for that high def mascara that I always talk about. It needs to get here because I miss it. And for my lips, I have the Juvia's Place lipstick in Lady. Nice little more warmer brown nude. And I also use the Juvia's Place lip liner in Sweet Nothing, just to make everything look nice and precise. And that is it. That's all I did off camera to complete this look. No falsies for this one. I think it looks good as is with my natural lashes, but I'll show you one more time up close with everything done. I think this one is my favorite between the two. I mean, the first one was also stunning, so it's kind of hard to pick, but I am now ready to give you guys like my final first impressions on this palette. So let's get to it. So y'all, I have some thoughts and they're extremely positive. I just need to say this. Brands are stepping up their game. There is a lot of competition. It is hot and spicy out there. I don't know what these brands are doing, but they're blowing my mind. Like, all the new brands that I have tried have been so amazing. And this palette just surprised me in so many ways. And I'm just shocked at how good it is. Like, I thought I already tried like the best. I didn't know it could get any better, and it did. When I first got this in the mail, I was like, wow, how can a palette be so beautiful? I kept staring at it, shifting it around, like, wow. The mattes in here are beautifully pigmented. They're very blendable. I was able to go from dark to light, light to dark with these shades. I feel like there's a good range here too. You have, you know, mid-tones, you have some deeper tones, you have this beautiful pastel that I have like in the inner portion, which is also super pigmented. You also have a shade to work with in the inner corner. Then you have all these beautiful metallics that are sparkly and intense and shifty and special. And this one too is a little bit more sheer, so you can use it as a topper and transform the other shades, or put it over a matte and transform the shade. It's just absolutely beautiful. I love that you can also take out the shades, you can shift them around. I am just so excited, and now I get why people love the first Scissorhand palette. If it's just as good as this one, I get it, and now I want the first one. I know that they're like repackaging it and reformulating some of the shades, and if they're gonna be like this one, I need it in my life because this is beautiful. Now, a few things I will note for you. The mattes are on the powdery side. There is kickback in the pan, so you do want to dust off the excess to avoid any fallout on the cheeks. Also, the metallics do have some shimmer fallout. You're going to get shimmer specks no matter what you do, whether you wet the brush or use a glitter primer. But I'm so used to like high sparkly metallics doing that it doesn't really bother me. I dust some of it away. If I have a little bit of shimmer specks, who cares? Like, I love glitter and sparkly things, so I don't mind having some on my cheeks. But just knowing that if you hate shimmer fallout, if you hate matte fallout, just know going in that these shades, you're gonna have to work with them to try to avoid that. But besides that, the palette is absolutely beautiful. Totally think it's worth it. Like, they have a really good formula. But that was everything for this video. My 2 looks, my thoughts, and just overall experience. But you guys will have to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you tried this brand? Did you pick up this palette? Or are there other brands that I need to be checking out that are just as good? I would love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you enjoy this video, you like a lot of fun, colorful makeup content, you like a lot on indie makeup, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I would love to have you here. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I will have the palette linked where you can find it. I will have other videos of mine you might be interested in watching. I'll also link the makeup that I have like on my face in case you're curious, and like what foundation I'm wearing. All that info will be in the description, as well as my contact and my social media platforms. I'm on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_Beauty. And I do post different content there as well. So if you want to join my Instagram fam, I would really, really love that. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, for being here, being amazing. I love y'all all so much. And I just hope you're all doing well wherever you are in the world. And I'm just sending you all so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.